What's up, Jay, baby boy? What's good, baby boy?
Trying to keep working, brother. Trying to impress the people that need to be impressed.
Yeah, I'm just trust me. I know that. Listen, we working in entertainment as a comic and have you sounding the most depressed you ever have in your life.
Why you supposed to be happy as hell? You was, hey man, I'm just trying to make these people laugh.
How's it been going, brother? Hey man, your lips to God's ears. We're gonna make it another day.
Made another day, brother. I'm still above ground.
Hey, that's all I can ask for right now. I'm like, well, you should be able to ask for a little bit more, but I get it, man. Like, entertainment, especially right now. It's so much noise that it's hard to like stand out. I don't know what's going on like Instagram, but like my videos can't get no traction. Like, they go sometimes where they give like the smaller accounts more push or the super big accounts. Like right now, I feel like I'm in limbo. I don't know what's going on. So, this is perfect time to go back to like comic books and stuff to be entertained because social media for me ain't popping, boy.
Boy, listen, that's why I started, because I was doing I'm still doing the reaction video thing, but I was like, let me add some spice to it. So now I'm doing quick little takes on the comic book, movie, TV stuff that's happening. And then I'm like, all right, feed that to the Mad Titan podcast. And I'm like, let me talk a little wrestling stuff real quick. People ask, I'm like, I'm just doing everything I can.
You know what? This is good practice because like shit, you build up a following on each one of those, and then shit, just take all that shit to a Patreon, and now you have a full week of programming for your Patreon that you was doing anyway. So now, just build your own TV station off of Patreon.
Hey, Patreon subscribers, that y'all just saw that was the light bulb that just went off over my head when he said that because I did not have that idea myself.
Hell yeah.
Bro, listen, the videos that you put on Instagram and everywhere else, you do chop up videos from your Patreon channel showing it like a TV station. Tuesdays at 4, we got this. Thursdays at this, we got this. And Saturdays, we got this. And then every third Saturday, we do a movie with like, man, sell that shit like stars, like you would HBO. And just like people on there, but that'll be like think of what if you want to focus on that $5 or that $10 spot, focus on that shit and sell that shit, man. And then once you get the number, then focus on the next chapter.
Yep. Let me write this down so I forget in Jesus' name.
Jay, have you done a Daredevil review yet?
I'm about to. I was gonna wait until the season was done because I've been like, I'll talk a little bit about it here and there, but I'm probably gonna go back and do each individual episode because there's so much stuff in each episode already.
Is there a new Daredevil out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
Jay,
on what? What outlet?
Disney
Plus.
Oh, I let it close now. I ain't gonna hold it. I gotta wait. Let me wait there. Bro, so I was getting Disney Plus
a lot. Yeah,
I had got Disney Plus when it first came out, and I think I might have paid like $100 for the year or something like that. And when I switched it. Whenever they connected and they took Hulu, it went up to like $29 a month. I'm like, I ain't no fucking way I'm paying $29 a month for Disney. Yeah. When I was trying to log in,
I think that was at the time when they really wasn't offering much. Because like when it first started, because I remember I was still working at Collider and we were talking about that on Movie Talk. So they didn't have anything really but like WandaVision, like the MCU shows were in process, they hadn't dropped. And like The Mandalorian was going to happen. And that was really all the original stuff that they had. It didn't have anything else. But then you fast forward, COVID happens, all this stuff starts getting fast-tracked and dropped. So now Disney Plus is running with so much content. But the problem is some of the things, some people are like, yo, I can just wait till what I want to watch. But then you have all the other streamers doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like
so Apple TV wait till Daredevil's done, and then I'll come back and watch it, and then I'll sign up for a month of the new email address or something like that. But I'm not going to give Disney $30 a month. You out your rabbit ass mind. I done seen all these movies already. I'm buying for the nostalgia and be able to watch Iron Man whenever I want to. I'm not finna be doing that 30 times.
That makes sense.
National Geographic, Star Wars. Come on, they got other stuff.
I mean, Star Wars too. Don't get me wrong. But I've seen everything out from the franchise that I want to see.
I see.
And it's not like HBO that has this unlimited library that's constantly rotating of new content that I haven't seen before.
Disney is doing that though now that they have Hulu.
Touche, nigga. Touche, because Hulu has
Hulu is one of the tabs now.
Yes.
That's what I said. When they did the collaboration with Hulu, that's when they went up to $30 a month. And I was like, oh, y'all can suck my entire dick. Because I'm already
that makes sense though. How much was Hulu by itself?
I think I'm paying like $17 for the no ads.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And let me tell you something. I grew up with commercials, and I understand people just want to get through with some shit. But like, I don't mind commercials every now and then.
Yeah,
low key though.
Jay, I have not seen. I got 2 AT&T commercials running right now,
and ain't seen neither one.
Don't want to see them. I was there. I don't want to see me. I don't like waiting. That's why I don't listen to the radio. I hate the radio.
I can't do ads during music. Like if it's that's
one thing.
If it's pausing the music, which is a vibe, that's one thing. But if it's like an ad in the middle of a movie, it's like, okay, for sure. 30 seconds, I can grab some
real quick. I go real quick. Like I just said this on stage. I just said this on stage Saturday night. I said ads and music are the worst because you be getting down on Spotify in the middle of something, and all of a sudden you hear, is your insurance up to date? You're like, this is not what I need to be hearing right now at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
That's penis retardant. What up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
Special guest, Mr. Jay Washington is back in the building with us. You know what I'm saying? On this episode of Conspiracy Corner. We got a really crazy one right here. This is actually weird. I mean, real too. This is the dancing plague.
It's not speculated at all. This happened.
This is. Have you ever heard of this, Jay?
Never. Why do you think I'm looking like? Wait,
hey, listen. I love when we got some new ones that people ain't heard of either, too.
This is crazy.
So this is the dancing plague of 1518, and it is one of the most bizarre and disturbing events in medical history. It took place in the city of Strasbourg, which was then part of the Holy Roman Empire, now in modern-day France, during the summer of 1518. It all started with one woman, a resident of Strasbourg, who began to dance uncontrollably in the streets in July 1518. And at first, it seemed like just an odd but harmless outburst. However, within a matter of days, more people joined her, dozens of men, women, and children. And by the end of the month, over 400 people were reported to have joined the frenzied dancing, unable to stop, some even collapsing from exhaustion, heart attacks, and strokes.
Months is insane.
It's ridiculous.
It said it was. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Imagine flossing to death. Imagine doing this to that. You can't stop. Like
they got to interview that first girl, that first lady who went out in the street. It was just.
So I was just minding my business, and I just couldn't stop pop locking and dropping.
There have been parties, like individual situations that I danced so much I got tired and had to stop within that 4 or 5 hour period. So I can't imagine all day, let alone all month. Like people were actually dying from this, which is crazy.
Bro, because my thing is like it's you see somebody outside dancing, you looking out your window, and even if you go outside, you watch them, you may observe them for 10, 15 minutes, right? Then you go on about your business. But to be out there all day and all night, like dancing through the middle of the night, even with people like that's
it becomes
weird.
Creepy at a certain point because you might imagine looking out the window and it's one person, you're like, that's weird. And then you go do something, and then you look out again and it's 10 people, and you're like, damn, they were out for hours. And then the next time it's like 30. That's creepy.
Deodorant wasn't even around. Deodorant wasn't invented, so you know they all musty and all had to be damn.
Musty dancing. 400 people. It ended with 400 people. 400. That's 800 armpits.
Man. And here's the thing, like 400 is what they ended with, but you know, we hear that number, you really don't sneeze at it because you're just like, 400, that ain't 1,000, ain't even 500. But if you looked out your window and you saw 75 people randomly dancing,
I'd be terrified.
Up, that's enough to make me like a little suspicious.
One thing they didn't talk about was there music? Was this the silence?
That's crazy.
Oh man, everybody just dancing to the birds.
It just said she started dancing. She didn't say she put a JBL speaker on. There wasn't a lute player. Like it was just she was just in there. Locked in. And people were just like, all right.
Somebody with ye old bass is just boom, 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 boom.
Ye old bass.
Bro.
You know, it's kind of like those rooms where they put people in to laugh, and then once everybody's laughing, they can't stop laughing, even though there was no joke, because everybody else was laughing. But I don't know. I feel like I've been on a dance floor and everybody was dancing, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like it's hard. It's not like hard to stop.
Right.
I just want to.
All right, so let's go to the next one because hopefully they explain how
it gets creepier. It definitely gets creepier.
Okay, so the symptoms. The victims were not dancing out of joy. It was compulsive, uncontrollable urge to dance that they could not escape. They seemed to be possessed by some kind of irresistible force. Some of them reportedly danced for days without stopping. Many of the afflicted eventually collapsed from exhaustion, while others died from heart failure, strokes, or fatigue.
That's insane.
Can you imagine people pop locking to death? Just
that's the crazy part. They didn't even have good dance moves back then. So they were trash. They were trash dance moves that were putting them in the ground. Like ain't nobody was out there like, yeah. You know, they were probably doing like some weird floaty swag stuff.
Like the line dancing, or like grab your partner, like if they're arm in arm, or like what? Like what was it that? Because most of the dancing back then was like, you know, like the holding the hand of the person and all of that type.
What country was this? That's a big part of it. Of the dance culture.
Sound like Germany.
The name they said it's now what is France, but.
Now what is France?
Yeah, back then.
What were the French doing back in the 1600s?
Drinking wine and eating bread.
But what dance moves have they ever invented?
The spaghetti.
The spaghetti. Niggas was hitting the spaghetti.
They've been playing this song for 23 days.
The spaghetti is crazy.
All right, let's see that next one, hippie. See what they talking about. The authorities' response, a popular theory at the time, was that the dance was a form of mass hysteria, something contagious that spread because of collective panic or stress. Some believe that the ergot poisoning, a hallucinogenic mold that grows on rye and can cause hallucinations and convulsions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a V. Okay.
Yeah,
convulsions could have been responsible for the symptoms. In an effort to stop the madness, the authorities called in local physicians, but they didn't find any signs of disease. Instead, they concluded that the epidemic was caused by hot blood and prescribed dancing as a cure. They even built a wooden stage and hired musicians to encourage the dancers, hoping that they would dance it out. But there you go. That answers the questions about the music.
No, they added music because they were like, nigga, this is weird. Let's hire some musicians. That could have been like the 4th or 5th hour.
This bitch got hot blood, yo. Get the hot blood. What?
No, the worst part is they tried to blame bread. Like, yeah, it's probably the mold on the bread. Like, nigga, what? When does that ever happen? Moldy bread has been around forever.
I'm just out here yeasty, bro. Like, that ain't me. Yeasty? I'm keeping it yeast, my nigga. I'm from the Middle East.
Dancing the yeast off. That's crazy. So a lot of things.
Imagine the band is called in and to start playing like, hey, look, we need y'all to help everybody out. What you got to do? Just play.
Maybe they stay on rhythm if we got a song, because right now they're just doing whatever.
How long do we got to play? That's the thing.
I'm trying to figure it out. Let's go to that next one, hippie. What up?
Just indefinite playing.
All right, so the aftermath is, despite their efforts, the dancing continued for weeks. Eventually, the outbreaks began to subside on their own. The victims who survived were said to have been exhausted, but many continued to be traumatized by the experience. No one ever definitely explained what caused the dancing plague. Most modern theories lean towards mass hysteria, where the dancers were overcome by a psychological condition induced by stress, poverty, or the hardships of the time. However, ergot poisoning has also been suggested, as the mold found in rye can cause symptoms that include hallucination, convulsions, and spasms, similar to what was reported during the event. Some more outlandish theories propose that the dancing was caused by some kind of supernatural force or that it was a cult ritual gone awry.
Oh, a rye. I get it. Because the rye bread.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I read this recently and it's not in this account, but some people apparently the hallucinations was a demon, like a big ass demon was in the middle of the dance floor dancing with them. And for something like this, where no one ever knew what it was, and we still don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, okay, I could see it's absolutely that. 400 people dancing until they die.
Yeah,
That's the crazy. It's not even like, oh, this was Woodstock. Everybody was on drugs having a great time. They weren't even dancing for pleasure. They had like
at all.
They were hurting. They were like their faces were like they clearly weren't having fun, and then they went until they died. So I believe the whole demon thing because what the hell else,
bro?
I feel like
this is how they came up with Bird Box.
What you mean?
Remember the movie Bird Box
where you had to with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah. And whatever you saw, you just saw it till you died. Bro, that literally sounds like the same thing. Like whatever, until it passed.
Right.
Now you traumatized because now you didn't live through this. You've been dancing for weeks. If somebody plays some music, you just snap out. You know what I'm saying? It's a happy that goddamn banjo off. Like you don't want to.
You probably hate parties,
right? I feel like this is what hell is like. I feel like in hell, you in a fire ass club in a section, bottles everywhere. They won't stop playing your favorite song, so you can't stop dancing. And there's bottles everywhere, but it ain't no cups, so you can't even like cool off or like quench your thirst. That's what I picture hell is right there.
Right? Were they drinking water? Was somebody passing out water at least?
15, whatever time that was. That's probably during the plague. So that's another plague. I mean, the water wasn't there.
The water wasn't good.
Ain't no clean cups, man. Ain't no clean cups.
No clean cups.
That's crazy. Imagine, think about what you were doing at the beginning of March, and then imagine dancing nonstop until right now. That's insane. And then some people just stopped and were like, "All right, well," and they just went home. That's crazy.
Like that hadn't been happening.
Just
all right. Well, let me go teal to the garden.
Please, I gotta go shower. I'm gonna go take a shower.
Get this mustard off me. We got one more page, hippie. All right, so the legacy, the dancing plague of 1518 remains one of the most puzzling and unsettling events in history. While modern science leans toward a psychological or toxicological explanation, the sheer massiveness and strangeness of the event has cemented as one of history's weirdest mysteries. That was crazy. History's weirdest mysteries. All right. It's a haunting reminder of high psychological and social factors can sometimes lead to mass hysteria, making ordinary people act in extraordinary and incomprehensible ways.
How has this not happened ever since then?
Is that what flash mobs are? I don't know, but they play.
That was the first flash mob.
That was the first flash mob.
It was deadly.
They didn't have the timing down packed. They just was like, how long do we do this?
That's why it took so long. They were waiting for somebody to invent film. Somebody got to record this shit eventually.
Was just another tribe, like how they used to do sacrifices to the god, or they would cook to the god, or they had tribal ceremonies. What if there was just a couple people from a different tribe, and this is what they do to honor the gods? But the new people in town didn't know what was going on, and so they thought they were possessed. It's like, nah, we supposed to dance for a month. That's what the gods demand of us. It could be that. Damn.
That's crazy for them.
We just gotta keep dancing for the Lord. They want us to keep swaying.
Look at how unhappy they look.
Oh man, this was the first Good Times painting.
The Sugar Shack. See, I could tell by the painting that the dance moves weren't that crisp. You could tell.
They was lacking.
Lackluster. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's insane. The fact that it's never happened again is concerning. If that was just something that we did sometimes, that'd be crazy, but it would be like, all right, but that was just one of one. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, man. I don't like it. Jay, what you think about the story today, mate?
I'm speechless because I'm like, what?
Right.
And why has it never, like you said, happened again? Also, how do you die? Like, how would I'm wondering, like, one of my favorite shows is House. Like, how would he diagnose this? Like, In 1518, they just kept dancing and shit. Like
and shit.
Like, how do you
get them? Well, he would have to sedate them first. He would have to sedate them.
They sleep in shackles doing this and shit.
Body rolling.
Feeling the beat of the rhythm of the night, they sleep.
I wonder if the original woman who started dancing, if she survived it. She had to have been the first one to die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they probably stoned her to death. They probably was like, "This is all your fault."
Right.
They should have interviewed her. Like, what the hell was that? He knows how to get us party started, though. She's definitely the life of the party in that city.
It's a house party. Ain't nobody doing nothing but standing around just drinking ale.
Like, the first socialite. She was the first socialite, created all the dancers, getting all the clubs for free.
The first influencer, yeah.
She made the first TikTok trend, actually. Like, everybody learned a dance move.
Yeah.
That was a challenge.
30-day flash mob.
She had 399 followers in weeks.
She went viral. She legit went viral.
For real. For horrible reasons. That was, I think that might be why we have so many challenges today, because maybe it's mass hysteria.
Could be.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I'm trying to be supportive.
I just followed along suit. I was like,
It's dumb. It makes no sense.
Well, listen, man, we're about to get up out of here. Jay, you got anything coming up you want the people to look out for?
Man, I just tell people stay tuned to my Instagram and TikTok. I got a bunch of shows coming up. I'm going to start. I'll be back on the road in the summer, and then I'll be at San Diego Comic-Con when that drops. When it comes out in July, so I'll be all through there. Stay tuned for all my panels and stuff I'm gonna be on and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I got to see your Daredevil reviews.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna start doing them back up. I'm taking Tahir's advice on some stuff too.
There you go. Listen, guys, as always, man, we want to thank our special guest, Jay Washington, for pull up. But I'm also Tahir Moore.
Patrick Cloud.
And we'll see you on the next episode of Conspiracy Corner. Question everything, guys. I don't know why I meant to do this.
Question everything, guys. I like the question everything. That was cool, but you just didn't know what to do with your hands.
I did not.
Figured it all out.
I did not, man.
Question everything.